Hello friends, myself Assistant Professor Parthan Mistry from Electrical Engineering Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari. Friends, today we discuss our chapter number 1. The name of the chapter is Concepts and Theories of Our Business Ethics of our subject, that is Professional Ethics, having the subject code of 3150709. Here is the flow of content of our video. That is, initially we discuss about the definition of ethics. So what is ethics and which kind of definitions given in our book. So today we discuss about that. Then personal ethics and business ethics. What is personal ethics and what is business ethics, that we have to learn today. Next topic is morality and law, in which three topics are covered. An action can be illegal but morally right. An action can be legal but morally wrong. So in both the situation, we discuss the examples, relationship between morality and law, and our last topic is how are moral standards formed. So let us start with the definitions of ethics. So friends, definitions of ethics. The first definition is the word ethics is derived from the Greek word ethikos, meaning custom or character. The word ethics is derived from the Greek word ethikos, which means custom or a character. A character must be strong of each and every person to make themselves higher and higher. Next definition is ethics is a study of moral standards whose explicit purpose is to determine as far as possible whether a given moral standard or moral judgment based on the standard is more or less correct. This definition is given by Manuel G. Velasquez. So, Velasquez says that ethics is a study of moral standards whose explicit purpose is to determine, as far as a possible, whether a given moral standard is more or less correct. So each and every person should be morally strong. So the moral standard the person have is more or less correct. It is necessary for the ethics. Most dictionaries define ethics as the science of morals in human conduct, moral philosophy, moral principles, rules of conduct, etc. The definition of an American Heritage Dictionary is more focused: the study of the general nature of morals and of specific moral choices, moral philosophy, and the rules or standards governing the conduct of the members of a profession. So, a person which will particularly work with a particular profession, so some ethical values he or she should have in their particular profession or in its personal life. So, the American Heritage Dictionary says that the study of the general nature of morals and of specific moral choices, moral philosophy, and the rules or standards governing the conduct of members of a profession. So, these all are the definitions of ethics. Now, what is personal ethics and what is business ethics? Personal ethics refer to the set of moral values that form the character and conduct of a person. So each and every person should have some moral values that will be build up its ethics. So more moral values gives the higher values to the particular person in their particular profession or in their personal life also. So personal ethics refers to a particular person. Organization ethics, on the other hand, describe what make right and wrong or good and bad in human behavior in the reference of an organization. So, in organization, what is the meaning of ethics? What make right and wrong and good or bad in human behavior in the reference of an organization? Each and every organization should keep in mind that they should have some goal to achieve more profit. So, apart from to achieve more profit, the workers who are working in that organization should have some moral values, should have their ethical standards. So, such kind of things are keep in mind for the particular organization. And in business ethics, or we can say organization ethics, these standards should be followed to achieve a particular goal of particular firm or particular private limited company or organization. It is concerned with the issue of morality that arises in any situation where employers and employees come together for the specific purpose of producing benefits or performing services for the purpose of making profit. So, it is necessary to concern with the issue of morality that arises in any situation, in any organization or in any company. Employees and employers are working together and make the organization more stronger and make the profit. Ultimately, the target of particular company or organization is to earn the profit. So, for that, morality is necessary. Organization ethics therefore deals with the moral issues and dilemmas organization face both in business and non-business setting that include academic, social and legal entities. So each and every organization deals with the moral issues and dilemmas. Organization face both in business and non-business setting. So it also includes the academic, social, and legal entities. So each and every stage, the moral issues are created. So for that, it is necessary to build up the standard moral values in each and every person to build up a perfect organization to earn more and more profit. Our next topic is morality and law. Philosopher James Rachel suggested two criteria fulfilling a minimum conception of morality, reason, and impartiality. By the use of reason, Rachel means that a moral decision must be based on the reasons acceptable to other rational persons. People often tend to confuse legal and moral issues. Breaking an unjust law is not necessarily immoral. William Shaw in his book Business Ethics brings to focus two contexts to illustrate the situation. So there is two situations maybe arise. An action can be illegal but morally right. So in organization, some of action can be illegal, but the morally it will be right. So later on we discuss with suitable example. And second context is that an action can be legal but morally wrong. So first of all we discuss about an action can be illegal but morally right. An action can be illegal but morally right. Here is the two example of our two freedom fighters. The first example is for the Bhagat Singh. So we all know about the Bhagat Singh and Mahatma Gandhi. Both are the freedom fighters. Both have done that perfect role for the independence of our nation. So Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru, we all know very well that, and we already see the film of Bhagat Singh. So we see that the Bhagat Singh throw a bomb in the Indian British Parliament. That is the uh, that is the one kind of act for the freedom of our nation and to make the British to aware with the independent activity. So these action can be legal, but illegal. This action can be illegal, but morally right. The action can be illegal because through the bomb, a sum of person can be died, but the moral of Bhagat Singh is right. The moral is that to get the freedom of Bharat Mata. So an action can be illegal but morally right. Second example is for Mahatma Gandhi ji. Gandhiji during his Dandi Yatra, which start from the Ahmedabad Alice Bridge and finished at the Navsari Dandi, broke the law British made in India to the effect that the one who produced salt would have to pay a tax. So Britishers are captured Gandhiji from the Gandhi Smriti, but the action of Gandhiji is right. Morally, it will be right, but it is action against the British law. So the action can be illegal, but morally right. So the Gandhiji and Bhagat Singh both contribute the independence of our nation. An action can be legal, but morally wrong. So here is two more example. H1B visa. So nowadays we see that the Donald Trump US president makes some strict rule to achieve the H1B visa. So apart from that, the professionals which are working from our nation to the US can face much difficulties to achieve H1B visa. But according to the country point of view, US president take the decision which will be legal but morally wrong for the Indian professionals because they have some troubles to get the H1B visa. Another example we see over here that any organization, suppose any organization earns some profit, but after some onwards it will be comes into the loss and it will be decided to lay off a few employees so as to exist in the business situation, but it is not morally right to do so because the employees will find it too difficult to find a living. So H1B visa and any organization will be the clear example for the action can be legal but morally wrong. Relationship between morality and law. Then how do we understand the relationship between law and morality? Generally, law codified a nation's ideal norms, customs, and moral values. Each and every law consists a nation's idea, its norms which must be strictly followed, and customs and moral values. However, changes in a particular law can take place in to reflect the conditions of the time in which they are improper. So, as the day by day, year by year, in some laws, there should some changes according to the present situation. So, it must be noted and make the changes with the reference of present demand. Moreover, even if a nation's law are both sensible and morally sound, they may be insufficient to establish moral standards to guide the people. So the law is difficult or insufficient to establish moral standards to guide the people. The law cannot cover the wide variety of possible individual and group behavior, and in many situations is an inadequate tool to provide moral guidance. So law does not provide a moral values or moral guidance in some context situation. So there is thus a clear-cut difference between law and morality. Law does not justify the morality. In a particular situation, an act can be legal but will not be morally right. So this is the actual picture of morality and law. Then question is arise that how are moral standards formed? So these are some moral standards that many of us share in our conduct in society. These moral standards are influenced by a variety of factors such as the moral principles we accept as a part of our upbringing. Some of moral principles we just see or we can read from some of books and we accept it in our life as a part of our growth, our upbringing. Second is that values passed on to us through heritage and legacy. Whatever the heritage and legacy gives us, so from that a moral standard can be built up in a particular person. The religious values that we have embedded from childhood, whether a person is from Hindu Dharma or Sikh or Isai or from Muslim Dharma. So, all the religions give some of moral values to a particular person from the childhood. The values that were showcased during the period of our education. So, from the childhood to from our educational career up to the college, we know more moral standards each and every stage of life by meeting some of people, by concern with some of professionals. So, during this probation period, we grow up our moral standards, the behavior pattern of those who are around us, our atmosphere, our surrounding atmosphere. So it must be more and more important things that a person are working in a particular environment which will be morally strong. So apart from that, the moral standard of particular personality must be built up. The explicit and implicit standards of our culture, our life experiences, and more importantly, our critical reflection on these experiences. So, apart from all these things, our moral standards are built up. Moral standards concern behavior which is very closely linked to a human well being. These standards also take priority over non moral standards, including one's self interest. A particular person should be interested to build up their moral standards higher. So, first of all, particular person's interests make an important role to build up their own self. The soundness or otherwise of these, of course, depends on the adequacy of the reasons that support or justify them. So apart from these all topics, in GTU, this kind of question maybe arises. First of all, what is ethics or define ethics? Second question is what is personal ethics and business ethics? Explain the concept of morality and law. Then how the moral standard is built up. So these are the questions arising in our G2 exam. So in next video we discuss about religion and morality, then morality, etiquette and professional codes. Thank you.